Peace, everyone. Peace. Been a long time. Yes. Welcome to another episode of that Sember Conversation. I am your host, Junes, for the Bantu by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise and glory to the Father. Sonini is that name. And give all respect and honor also to the big bro who came and was murdered by these evil ones. And his name is Ascendancy, which means sin destroyer. And yes, give a round of applause for them for all the work for this enlightenment. Yes. Yes, man. Beautiful lesson today. Excuse me. Beautiful lesson today. We're gonna have one. And we just coming off the Day of Atonement. For those that don't know, I uploaded a video, you know, apologizing for anybody that I disrespect, hurt. You know, we dealing with a lot of emotional people, especially men. So I wanted to take the time out to apologize and let them know that I'm not here to insult, disrespect, or violate. I'm here to awaken brothers and sisters and bring them back to the fold. And now that we overcame that and we here now, you know, December is here. We also getting prepared and ready for tabernacles. Yes. You know, it's about to be a beautiful thing. But today, man, today's conversation, and that's exactly what we're going to have, is a conversation, right? And we have a lot of people that's taking the word of the Father, or should I say, taking the murder of our big brother as an excuse to not want to follow the ways of the Father, or should I say, come back and keep the original covenant that still stands till this day, that will stand forever. Okay? All this new covenant talk is a lie. There's only one covenant. And because of this covenant is why we are still alive right now. It's not because of somebody was nailed to the cross. All right? And because of this notations and this teachings is the reason why we're going off. We're all over the place, right? So I wanted to let people know that faith won't get you into the kingdom. I repeat, faith won't get you into the kingdom. And like I said, we're gonna break it down to these three questions. Who told us that faith is all you need? Why did they tell us faith is all we need? And last but not least, has this teachings and understandings been beneficial for us? So before I do that, let me go into two precepts. I want to go into two precepts for you guys. Two precepts. Hey, peace. Hey. We're gonna go into two presets, guys. Let me share my screen. Hold on. I'm about to show you guys something. We're gonna have a good conversation today. Okay? Let me share my screen. Okay. Check this out. You know I'm gonna start off with John. Just in case this goes into new listeners' ears, I want to say this. This is John 8:32. And it says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You're going to know the truth today. And this truth is what's going to set you free. Right? Cool. Let me get into Psalms. I'm just setting up the stage, guys. I'm just setting up the stage. Gonna go to Psalms. Okay? Psalms 147. It says what? He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Jacob. You know it's not Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye your father. Okay? Just setting the stage up. That's all I want to do. I want to go, let's go into these precepts that got brothers and sisters believing that all you need is faith. Okay? We're going to go to Galatians chapter 3. No, let's go to Ephesians first. Chapter 3. Or is it chapter 2? Yes, it's 2. Let's read this. Let's read this. Let's just start. Let's just read. Let's just read from 1 to 10. It says, and you have quickened who were dead in the trespass and sin. When in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, right? Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others, right? But the Father, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sin, has quickened us together with Christ. We're gonna read what it says. By grace, look, listen. Us together with Christ. By grace, ye are saved. All right? And has rise us up together and made us sit together in a heavenly place in our big brother, that in the age to come he might show the exceeding riches of grace in his kindness towards us through. I just want you guys to read this. For verse 8 says what? For by grace you are saved through faith, and not of yourself. It is the gift of the Father, not of works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmen, his workmanship created in Christ unto good works, which the Father had before ordained that we shall walk in them. So here's the contradiction, right? It just told you in 8, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourself, it is the gift, right? Not of works, lest any man should boast. Okay? I'm just setting up the stage. We having a conversation. Okay? So this was Ephesians. Now let's go to Galatians. Let's go to Galatians chapter 3. Okay? Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. It says, O foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you, that ye should not obey the truth before those eyes of our big brother have been evidently set forth, crucifying amongst you. Okay? Okay? This only will I learn of you, receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith. Listen, we setting up the stage. Are ye so foolish, having begun in the Spirit? Are ye now made perfect by the flesh? Have ye suffered so many things in vain? If it be yet in vain, he therefore that ministereth to you the Spirit and worketh miracles amongst you, does he it by the works of the law or by the hearing of faith? Okay, listen. Even as Abram believed in the Father, and it was accounted to him for righteousness, knowing he therefore that which are in of the faith, the same are the children of Abraham. Right? And the scripture, foreseeing that the Father would justify the heathens through faith, preach before the God spake unto Abram, saying, indeed shall all nations be blessed. So then they which be of faith are blessed with faithful Abram. Or should I say Abraham? Because we're going to see the foolishness. Now, I showed you guys this, right? We're gonna have a conversation. Let's go to First Peter's 1:7. 1:17. What does this say? And if ye call on the Father, you see now, Peter, the one that our big brother was conversating with, the one he gave the keys to. Look how he talks. And if ye call on the Father, who without respect of person judgeth according to every man's work, past the time of your sojourning here in fear. Okay? You see this? Without no respect of person, judges according to every man's work. So the Father will be judging us to every man's work. But that's not the conversation we're going to have. The conversation that I want to have is, who was Paul talking to? Are you guys convinced that we, as the children of Akobi, from the Holy Land of South Africa, so we got this understanding down pat? So now, do you believe? Ask yourself this question: Do you believe that you was in these places called Galatians, Ephesians, Corinthians? We're gonna show you. We're gonna go to it. Don't worry. Now let's go back. This is how we're gonna do it today. We're gonna have a conversation. Nope. Matter of fact, I don't even want to use this one. I want to use Google. Okay? We're gonna just type in Galatians. Okay? We're gonna type in Galatians. I don't want none of this. Oh no, we don't want none of this. Let me show you guys the image of Paul quick fast. This is all the image of Paul. Okay? This is Paul, guys. Brothers will say this is black. He's black right here. I just kindly say, look at the nose. Just kindly look at the nose. But that's not what we're here for. It's not what we're here for. There we go. Galatians location. So this is the location of where Galatia is. Okay? Central Antonia. I can't even say it.
Anatolia.
Okay? Galatia was an ancient area in the highlands of central Anatolia, roughly corresponding to the province of the Anarcha and the, I can't even say this word. Let me see. They say it.
Iskisahir.
Siskiskur. You see, I can't even say it. That joint can't even say it. In modern Turkey. Okay? So, okay, Paul, Look, I'm reading this. I don't know if I could zoom in. Matter of fact, let me see if I could zoom in. Let me see if I could zoom in. Okay, I could zoom in. I want you guys to see this. Where was the Galatian church located? Central Turkey. Paul, apostle, was addressed to the church of Galatia, right? Or the two members living in several different branches of churches in that area. Galatia was located in now Turkey. Cool. Right? We're not finished. We're not finished. We're not finished. We are not finished. I said Ephesians, right? Okay. So basically, based on this evidence we have here, Paul was teaching in Turkey. Okay. So this is Turkey. The city of Ephesus was one of the largest and most important cities in the ancient Mediterranean world, lying on the western coast of Asia Minor and modern-day Turkey. Okay? What is the city of Ephesus called today? Selakuk. Let's see. Selakuk.
Selkok.
Ooh, that sounds even weird. Selkok. Ooh. I try to be more, politically correct. All right? See, look what it says here. Was one of the largest cities and the most important cities. Look what it says now. Listen. Today, the modern name of Ephesians is Selakuk, a small Turkish town which has a population of 36,000 people and is located in the western Turkey. Okay? So up here, they tell you that it's one of the largest. But here, they tell you it's one of the smallest. Okay? Like the elders say, when they tell a lie, you see lie, you know it's a lie because all they do is lie. Okay. Now, I want to see if I can see this on a map. Look where it's taking me. Let me go back. I'm the reason why I'm doing this because I want to show you the wickedness and evil of our people, right? And how the scripture says, follow not the ways of the heathens, right? Envy not the oppressor, right? Right? Go not into the ways of the Gentiles, right? We know that we come from this holy land called South Africa. We don't know what this place is. Let's continue. I'm just okay. So this is where Corinthians is, right? Pay attention to these areas. All right? Let me let this people say it. Listen carefully.
Corinth, Greek Corinthus, an ancient and a modern city of the Peloponnese, in south-central Greece. The remains of the ancient city lie about 50 miles, 80 kilometers west of Athens, at the eastern end of the Gulf of Corinth, on a terrace some 300 feet, 90 meters, above sea level February 28, 2023.
So this is recent. This is recent. Okay? I'm going to show you something. Let me see the image. Okay. So all these areas, okay? All of these areas are European locations. And these are the same people that's telling you that the law is done away with. Let me show you something. I want to go back. I want to show you guys something. Let's pull up the map. Let me pull up the map. I got to show you something on this map. No. Let me show you something. What? I'm gonna show you guys something. Let's read. Pardon me as I look this up. This is not the one I want you guys to see. This is not the one I want you guys to see. This is not the one I want you to see. All right, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys something. I want you guys to pay attention. I want you to see something. I want you guys to see something. All of these, okay, this is a perfect picture. Okay? We don't want to do that. This is a perfect picture. Okay? This is a perfect picture of this is where suppose Paul went. He was here. That he made his way here. Okay? We are Galatians must be somewhere over here. It says suku. Suka. Could it be this? Could be this. Okay? I just want you, I'm painting this picture because in the beginning, when I came on, I told you guys that the rules and the laws was given unto the children of Akobi. And the Father had not done so with any other nation. So when you see that we're gaining information and you seeing Paul going into places that was forbidden, you got to ask yourself why. And why is Paul now the overseer when it comes to the doctrine? And you notice that Paul has been able to identify and telling you that he was always in the areas of the Gentiles, the heathens. And he professed and told them that they don't have to keep the law. You know why he was able to tell them that they didn't have to keep the law? Because the covenant was never given unto them. So just believe and you'll be okay. See, but what these people have done, they have hijacked the records of the children of Akobi, rewrote it, infused the New Testament. Then, am I saying the New Testament did not exist? Am I saying that our big brother didn't walk the earth? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they took the word of the Father and they put certain things in there to justify keeping the law, but then make sure that they put things in there to tell you that you no longer have to keep the law. So now you become a child of Abram based on faith. So as long as you have faith, you are accepted. Let's see the definition of the word faith. We're gonna have a conversation today. I told you guys this is gonna be a good one. Somebody sent me a message. Oh yeah. Look what they telling me to delete the scene. No, we're not deleting nobody's scene, man. Oh yeah. Hold on. What oh, faith, the definition of faith. Faith definition.
Faith.
Okay? This is what you're supposed to have. See, Abram never had faith. He had confidence, right? Look at number 1. It says complete trust or confidence in someone or something. We had confidence. Us right now, we don't operate off faith. Faith is synonymous with things that are fake. And it's going to show you right here. Strong belief in God or in the doctrine of religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof. Okay? This is the true definition of what faith is. Let me let her play for you. Let me let her say it for you so you can.
Strong belief in God or in the doctrines of a religion, based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof.
So, spiritual apprehension rather than proof. This is what they was making you guys operate in. See, Abram was doing number 1. They have taught you to believe in number 2. So now when you believe in number 2 and you start to wake up because you know we are spiritual people, and then you're going to want to have confidence, but because you've been taught to have apprehension, look at the definition of apprehension.
Apprehension.
Understanding. Okay? The actions of arresting someone. You see that? Arresting you. Making you fall for their nonsense. Instead of having the proof which was already given to you in the Old. See, in the Old Testament, Abram never operated with faith. Everything that Abram done was with confidence. That's why the Father came down. You don't have faith into somebody that's coming down and having a feast with you. Coming down to your altar that you made up unto him. Our big brother didn't operate off faith. He knew the Father was real. But see the new age, see the religion complex has taught us to operate with faith. But they gave you the second option of faith, not the first. See, They want you to have a strong belief in God or in the doctrines of religion. See, when you see the word religion, they give you what? Bereaved people who have shown supreme faith when it comes to religion. When it comes to other things, look, this restore one's faith in politicians, right? You see the difference? See, it's very important that brothers and sisters pay attention to the words and understand exactly what's being said and why it's being said and to who. Now, the question I ask is, who told us that? Who told us that? Okay? Matter of fact, let me type this in differently. Is the Roman Catholic Church the overseer of all religion? Okay? We're gonna go straight to the point. Who is the head of all churches? You see the name? Head of the church is the title given in the New Testament to Jesus, right? And Catholic ecclesiology, Jesus Christ is called the invisible head, the heavenly head, while the Pope, listen, while the Pope is called the visual head or the earthly head. Therefore, the Pope is often unofficially called the vicar of Christ by the faithful. I just gave you the definition of faith. Remember, part 2, the religion, the doctrine. Okay? The faithful. Right? Is that now? Let's type in, is the law done away with? Let's go to KJV. Let's read. Look, pay attention. Look, I'm breaking this down for you people. Where in the Bible does it says the law was done away with? The Apostle Paul made this abundantly clear in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6 to 17. Read this passage carefully and notice the terms done away with. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to 2 Corinthians. Yes, we're going to go. We're going to go. 2 Corinthians, let's go. Chapter 3. What did it say? Chapter 3, 6 to 17. He says, let's read it. Who have also made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter killeth, but the Spirit give life. But if the ministration of death, written and engraved in stones, was glorious, so that the children of Jacob could not be steadfast, behold, the faces of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away. Okay? He's telling you, he's setting up the stage. Let's continue. How shall not the ministration of the Spirit be rather glorious? For the ministration of the condemnation be glory. Much more does the ministration of righteousness exceed in glory. For even that which was made glorious had no glory in this respect, by reason of the glory that excelleth. For if that which is done away was glorious, much more that which remains is glorious. Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great planets of speech, and not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Jacob could not steadfast look to the end of which is abolished. Okay? Pay attention to what he's writing here. But their minds were blind, for until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Christ. You see this? You see this? You see what he's writing, you guys? You see this? But even unto this day, when Moses is read, the veil upon their hearts, nevertheless, when it shall turn to the Father, the veil shall be taken away. Now it says now the Father is that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Father is their liberty. Okay? Okay? So we see it said what? That the Old Testament is taken away. So he told you guys. He told you guys basically that the Old Testament is a dub. That it died with your Christ. It died with your Christ. Let's see what Christ has to say. Let's see what Christ has to say. Think not, Matthew 5 verse 17 says what? Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass. He didn't say until I come and pass. He says until heaven or earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Meaning, from the beginning to the end. To the beginning when we was ruling, to the end when we fall. To the beginning when we was judge, when we was the judges, to the end to where we are judged, and also be the judges again upon who? The wicked ones, until all be fulfilled. Nothing has been fulfilled yet. Revelation 18 hasn't happened yet. Revelations chapter 20 hasn't happened yet. Till all be fulfilled. His fulfillment did not come by a death. You understand me? This was the interjection of the same exact people who put you in captivity, who gave you Christianity as a religion. Let's continue. Look, right? Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments. Why did he say commandments? And shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom. What kingdom? Don't the kingdom come? So that means if the kingdom didn't come yet, it couldn't be fulfilled till all be fulfilled. Least in the kingdom. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom. Okay? For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness. You see how it's not highlighted of the scribes and the Pharisees. You know why? You know why this is in dark? Because they are dark, evil people. There's no righteousness in them. So if you can't even keep the basics, see, their righteousness is telling you that they're righteous. Their righteousness is feeding you the lies. You know, when you see them in person, they're giving you this, yeah, man, peace, peace, peace. Yes, love Jesus. Yes, yes. But behind closed doors, they molesting, they rape, they kidnapping, they having sex with underage girls. These are the things that's going on. That's why he says, you see the scribes and the Pharisees. You're not ever going to find the scribe and the Pharisees in the Old Testament. Matter of fact, let me copy. We gonna have a conversation today. Okay? Let's go to the definition. Okay? The scribes were writers of the law, and the Pharisees, a strict religious sect of Jews who trust they were righteous and despise others. Of those many were public teachers of others. Okay? Listen, look. What does scribes in the Bible means? A member of a learning class in ancient Israel through New Testament times, studying the scriptures, serve as copyists, editors, teachers, and jurists. A official or public secretary or clerk, a copier. You guys are not seeing this, right? A copier of the manuscripts. Okay? They created their own, they created these people and they put things in. This is why our big brother was saying our Father does not dwell in places and traditions made by the hands of man. You see this? They're telling you. They telling you. I'm showing you how to find these things. Let's go. What does Pharisees mean in the Bible? Listen, this is all you have to do. It's right in front of you. Okay? Pharisees, capitalize, a member of Jewish sects of the intertestamental period, see? Period, noted for strict observance of rite and ceremonies written of the written law and for the instance of validity of their own, listen, you pay attention, of their own oral traditions concerning the law. Okay? Their own oral traditions concerning the law. Their own oral traditions concerning the law. I gotta say it again. Their own oral. You see, their own. You see this own oral. Oral. What does oral means? Let's look up oral so you guys can see. Sorry. Okay. Okay. By word of mouth, spoken rather than written. They have reached a oral agreement. Okay. Okay. A oral agreement, spoken, verbal, unwritten by mouth, vocal, via voice, uttered, said. Okay? 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 You got to pay attention. Pay attention. Now Now hold on. We going to ask the next question. Look, look. They're telling you who they are. Look, the Pharisees, right? A separatist party emerged largely out of the group of scribes and sages. The term Pharisee comes from the Hebrew and the Aramaic Parush, or the Persian, which means one who's separate. It may refer to their separation from Gentiles, sources of ritual impurity, or from interreligious Jews. Okay? You're gonna have a conversation today. Cool. Let's continue. Let's see what they did wrong in the Bible. Oh, look, they were full of greed and self-indulgence. They exhibit themselves as righteous on the account of being scriptureless keepers of the law, but were in fact not righteous. Their mass of righteousness hid a secret inner world of ungodly thoughts and feelings. They were full of wickedness. Who that sound like? Who that sound like? Don't that sound like to today's modern Hebrew Israelites? Don't they sound like the Pope? See, what's the definition of wickedness? See, this is what I like to do. This is how you study. Look up wickedness. Let's see this. Right? The equality of being evil or morally wrong, the wickedness of the regime. They have been punished for their wickedness, evil doing, evilness, sin, sinfulness, iniquities, iniquitous, villainous, foulness. Let's see, it got more. Woo! Look at all of this. Hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, they can't let me read it. Look at this. Viciousness. Okay? Villainy. Okay? Immorality. Okay? Perversion. Okay? Perverts. Okay? Corruption. Corruptionness. Okay? Devilry. Devilishness. Okay? Ungodliness, godlessness, okay? Unholy, I can't even say this word. Irreligiousness, sacrilegiousness, profanity. You see this? You see when I be telling you guys stop cursing? The Father see this as wickedness. Cursing any level. Change your vocabulary. If you having issues with speaking properly, you got to pray on that. You understand me? And let me tell you how you know. It's wicked, right? Because if at your job, you would never speak to your boss with profanity. You come with respect. Now you ask yourself, are you more afraid of your job and your boss than the man that can take your life? What the script said, fear not the man that taketh your life, but fear the man that could take your life and judge your soul. Okay? I'm just showing you guys these things. I'm just showing you guys what kind of person is a Pharisee. Look. Let's read. Pharisees, member of a Jewish religious party that flourished in Palestine during the latter part of the Second Temple period. The Pharisees insist on binding forces of oral traditions. The unwritten Torah remains a basic tenet of Jewish theological thoughts. Okay? Now watch this. Let's read. Look at this. Look. Pay attention. What did I ask? Were scribes and Pharisees in the Old Testament, right? Are the Pharisees mentioned in the Old Testament? Sources. The first historical mention of Pharisees and their beliefs came in the 4 Gospels and the book of Acts, in which both their, I can't say this word, let me see, meticulous.
Meticulous.
Oh, meticulous. Wow, I missed that. And inheritance to their interpretation of the Torah as well as their eschatological views are described. Okay, let's see. Who were the scribes in the Old Testament? Oh, okay. So these are the people. In biblical times, scribes were deemed with demand to prepare copies of Israel's scattered literature, the paratip, the paramint scrolls. Many scribes devoted themselves to preserving and copying the scriptures. So these are the ones. These are the ones that was, the best writers. You notice that they like to put biblical time. This is I'm referring to the New Testament. Okay. Okay. Scribes were masters of the Hebrew law. They were. What is a Pharisee in the Old Testament? Let's see. Look. Pharisees were members of a party that believed in the resurrection and following legal traditions that were ascribed not to the Bible, but to the traditions of fathers. What father? You of your father, the who? Hold on, let me wow. Are we not? Oh, you see, you when the script says study to show thyself approved, study to show thyself approved unto the Father. This is what this means. See, we've been so programmed to wait for people to bring stuff forth. And we just listen. We just listen because it sounds and it feels good. It gives you a sense of faith. Not the first one, but the second one. Because you now end up having faith in the doctrine. We don't operate off doctrine. We operate off physical evidence. We operate on biblical promise, covenant, given. See, covenant and promise is synonymous. The Father promised Abram that he was going to have a multitude. He was going to be a father of a father of a great nation, not many nations, because Abram is only the father of Isaac and Jacob. Okay, he's not the father. Oh, and Ishmael. Oh, and Esau. And all of these brothers is colored people. Right? Abram, not Abraham. See, when you put Abraham, you cannot include the Greeks, who he told that you don't got to keep the law. Just have faith. You have faith, you believe, you'll be drafted in. See, when you understand who he's talking to, you're going to understand that he was not talking to the Bantu, because you could not go into the Bantu, the children of Akobi, who came out of the hands of the Pharaoh, who seen the great works, the marvelous works of our Father, and tell them that they don't have to keep the law. Knowing that our big brother also out his own mouth said, think not I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. How are we now saying that we don't have to do nothing? We just got to have faith when the scripts tell you shall be judged by your works. So what are you going to, so in the day of judgment, the Father's going to look at you and you're going to say, well, yeah, I have faith. I believed in you. Even though I'm selling drugs, smoking weed, having sex with numerous partners, doing pure evil and wickedness. Listen, I even killed a few people. I did all of this on the face of this earth. So now I'm good, right? I believed in you. I have faith, just like Abram. I have faith like Abraham. So we good, right? I'm gonna get into the kingdom, right? We gonna get into the kingdom together. This is this is this is what they feeding us. Now, why did they tell you that? See, I spent so much time showing you all of this. Why did they tell us that? Let's go to the scriptures. Why are they telling you that, just have faith? See, when you have faith, that means you don't have to keep the law. You don't have to do absolutely nothing, actually. You don't have to keep the law. So why would they tell you that? Why? Let's see what number 1 says. Deuteronomy 28 says. It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of your father Sonini, to observe and to do all his commandments, all of it, which I command thee this day, that your father Sonini will set thee on high above all nations. What nations? Oh. So above all nations. Interesting. So now they seen this and they told you that you don't have to do this no more. That the law is done away with. And it will be a curse unto you if you was to keep the law. But they said this, but there's a curse for disobedience. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of thy father, to observe to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And I don't have to go into all of this. Right? I don't have to. Right? Let's just read 20. The father shall send upon thee cursing, vexations, and rebuke, and all that settest thy hands unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and thou shalt perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Okay, so we don't have to keep the law, but we still being destroyed, and we're perishing at a faster rate. You know, colored people lifespan. Let me show you. What is the lifespan of black people in America? And I'm just only using America because that's where I'm at. See, so we living to see 77. That's how long we living. This is to drop tremendously in the next 15, 20 years. Because our generation, especially mine's, especially the one after, excessive drinking. Now they got all these smoke shops, excessive smoking. So 77 is gonna drop down, let's just say, it's gonna go back down. You see the age expectancy in the 70s. You know why? Because in those times, this is when we was partying hard. All right. So in those times, it was 71. Right? 1973 was 71. 70 years old in the 70s. But this is not, we're gonna click this. Okay. Okay. So we have improved from 69 in the 90s to 74 in the year 2018. Right? White Americans have expectancy of 76, in the 1990s. See, look, they always been living 76 and 1990 and 78. Okay? Okay? And we know this is not accurate. But I'm just showing you these things here in America. Okay? Okay? This is what you do when you doing your studies. You must check everything and everything. You know why? Because if you don't, you're going to be led astray. So now we know why that they telling us these things. Why are they telling us these things? See, they know who you are. They know what's to come. They know that judgment shall be upon this earth. Matter of fact, let me go. Let's go there. Let's go there. Before I forget, let's go there. Let's go there. We're going to the book of Revelations. Hold on. Hold on. Let me move this up a little bit. Let's go to chapter 20. Okay. Let's go to chapter 20. What it says. Let's start off with 11. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heavens fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Father, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of these things which were written in the books according to their what? What does this say? No, according to their faith. According to their faith. According to their works. What work should you be doing? Can that work be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? See, the law, statutes, and commandments are the laws that are put in place for you to follow off the gate. That's your foundation. Your foundation should rotate and operate around that. Nothing more, nothing less. Because with that, you have everything in your disposal. You have the understanding of moral laws, principles, feasts, dedication, respect your elders, having no respect of persons, meaning putting somebody in check when they disrespect. And the person that's operating in righteousness, when they are checked, they embrace it. Because correction is what's needed. See, they don't want you to have that. They don't want you to work. They want you to play games. They want you, and if you do any level of work, your work has to be in a high magnitude of wickedness. This is what they want you to do. Because as long as you keep sinning, they keep winning. They know as long as you're not following the ways of the Father, they remain over you. You cannot be the head of all nations. They can't afford that. So they feed you lies to send you and keep your attentions. They took you off the land physically. Now they taking you off the land spiritually. Mentally, you can't even fathom to think about the Holy Land being Africa. Because you spiritually has been removed. And you physically has been removed. And mentally, they told you that it was Africans that was selling you. And you know my rebuttal to that is, I'll wait for it. I'll wait for the truth is when the Father shows me. Because from what I see, based on my understanding, based on what history have shown, based on what family members have said, the only people that I know that had their hands in our necks for our demise was two people. Was your Arabs and you're Caucasians. You guys believe Arabs are dark skinned, so it might have been them. You consider them Africans because they are in Africa, mainly the upper regions, Morocco, Egypt, all of those areas, Lebanon, that's them. So now you proceed to believe this is what they feed you. And you fall for that and you believe that. You know why? Because now mentally you're looking at them as betrayers. Physically, you're looking at the Europeans as your captors. They the ones that took you. Spiritually, they told you that you got to focus on 1948. This is what they have done. Courtesy of King James. Round of applause for King James. Round of applause for King James. Why you guys are not applauding this man? He got the best writers everything in the 1600s went hand in hand. Get them off the land, put a book together, make sure when they open this book and they start reading, we're not gonna give them the opportunity to read yet. We're going to beat the Zulu out of them. We're going to beat the Bantu out of them. We're going to rape the Bantu out of them. We're going to molest the Bantu out of them. How does the Bantu leave you? Two ways. Through wickedness and torture. So they did all of that upon you, took that away from you. And then when they see that you have been fully duped, they said now it's time for them to give them a book. And at first they just gave you the book. And then Nat Turner appeared. And Nat Turner went on a killing spree, which then led to them saying, no. We need overseers about this book. Because when they gave you the book, they only had you focusing on the New Testament. I mean, when Christopher Columbus, he came with the boat of Jesus. So the approach for you was to focus on the New Testament. But Nat Turner was reading it all. And when Nat Turner seen an eye for an eye, he said, wait, hold on. Eye for an eye. It's not wrong if I defend and protect my people from evil. So now they had to revise the scriptures and put things like you heard before that it was an eye for an eye. But I tell you not that all you got to do is turn the other cheek. Oh, you guys didn't know that was an insertion. Oh, you didn't know that when the scripture says, oh, if you leave your wife for another one, you committed adultery. You thought that was the big brother talking that. That was a lie. What he said was that if you're writing a bill of divorcement just so you can go intertwine with somebody else, you're committing adultery. Scriptures never told you not to have multiple wives. In fact, how many wives did Jacob have? How many wives did David have? How many wives did Solomon have? Didn't Job have a wife? Job's wife was still alive when he found something else. I mean, and no am I saying, yeah, go out, go wild. We in captivity. We own nothing. Women are high maintenance, people. High maintenance. You think children is expensive. Women are expensive. High maintenance. Okay? So I'm not teaching that. I'm just telling you that this is what they do. And now they took us from the old. They got us focusing on the new. Because they could not afford another Nat Turner. You know the only reason why brothers and sisters are able to stand out on podiums and preach the God's spell without no problem? You know why? Because you're preaching their religion. You're keeping their gods over the people. So yeah, go outside and preach the God's spell and tell brothers and sisters that, yeah, the white man is this and da 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 da. You can say whatever you want. Just make sure when you pray, you say Yah. You say Yahweh. You say Yahushua. You can even say Jesus. But the minute you start standing on this podium, standing on the street corners and telling brothers and sisters, you come from the Holy Land of Africa, South Africa to be exact. Matter of fact, why talk? Why talk? Let's go into the maps. Why talk? Right? Why talk? Why talk? Why talk? Why should I talk, people? Why should I talk? Let me show you. Let's go to the maps. Why talk? If you tell them that you from, this is Mumbry. I'm gonna show you something. Let's click on it. This is where Abram dwelt in Genesis chapter 13, verse 18. When he went down to Mumbry. This is Mumbry. This is what they're telling you. Okay? Let's scroll. Let's scroll. This is Mumbry. Look at the floor. You see this? You see this? This is Mumbry. This is all of Mumbry. This is it. This is it. This is it. Let me leave that there for a little bit. This is Mumbry. This is where, matter of fact, let me show you in the scriptures. Hold on. Look, listen. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plains of Mumbry, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Father. He built an altar. This is how they view it. Potato chips. Look at this. Look at the disrespect. Look at the disrespect. Okay. Look. You're going to go through it. Okay? Oh, I could zoom in. Oh, let me go back to the potato chips so you guys can get a better view. Let's go back to the potato chips. Look. If you guys thinking I'm BSing. Look at this. What is this? So was a lady half naked? Come on, people. Let's go back. Let's go back. No. Let's click the video. I'm gonna play it for you guys. is Mamre.
적정시대 아브라함과 관련되어 있는 마무레, 헤브론의 마무레로 불려지는 장소입니다.
What language is that?
이곳은 아랍인들이 살고 있는 헤브론.
What flag is this right here? What flag is this right here? Okay.
지역이고요.
So Abram is a Palestinian.
로마 비잔틴 시대 때의 유적들이 이렇게 남아 있습니다. 여기는 마무레입니다.
Come on now. Now let me show you something. We're going to type in the same thing. You know they're not going to give you no videos. You know they're not going to give you no videos. But it's okay. We cool with that. But just look. Look at the massive difference. Look at the massive difference. Look how beautiful this looks. Look at this. This is Mamre. This is where Abram had the altar for the Father to come down. You know the Father doesn't come down in filth. You know the Father don't come down in filth, people. You know he don't do that. So how all of a sudden we allowing these people to tell you where your location is? Don't you see what's going on here? Don't you see the high level of disrespect? Don't that bother you? You still believe in the ISIS Rael? You still believe in that? You still? What is going on here? You see, you know what the problem is? I'm going to tell you what the problem is. See, brothers and sisters want to be Europeans. The scriptures tell you what? Follow not the ways of the Gentiles. The scriptures tell you what? Envy not the oppressors. So why do you want to be the oppressor? You know why? Because you still got anger in your heart. You got hatred for your brothers the same way Cain had hatred for Abel. The same way Lucifer has hatred for Adam. The same way Lucifer has hatred for the Father. So you have picked up on that. You have picked up on that spirit. You know the spirit they tell you that you must always be in? Because even though the Father put himself in you, gave you the spirit of life, him, they're now telling you that you got to summon spirits. You must have the Holy Spirit. Don't you know spirits are the children of the fallen, the Nephilims, who died and became spirits, who are dwelling and roaming this earth? So when they tell you that you got to have the Holy Spirit or the Holy Ghost or the Ruach Kadash, which is all the same thing, you guys don't even know who you calling on. You don't even know who you summons. You don't even know who you bringing inside your body. And you know how you bring them in you? By calling on their daddy. By calling on Yah. By calling on Yahweh. By calling on Yahushua. By speaking the very language these heathens communicate with their daddy. You put that spell upon you. And you wondering why we are still the tail and not the head. We got black people giving their children heathen names and stand proud, naming their children Isaiah, naming their children Nehemiah, Oh, you hear the Yah in it. You feel like you're connected with God. Oh, you are. See, I don't have a God. I have a Father. Matter of fact, you want me to show you that we have a Father? Hold on, let me show you. 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 Let's go to Luke chapter 3, verse 38. It says which? Well, it says, look, it's the lineage, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Steph, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of the Father. Not God, the Father. So if you have a son, he can't be your God. He's your Father. Which makes you the Son of God. Which makes your big brother your big brother. The Son of God. You've always been his child. You has always been his favorite. But you allowed Cain to make you believe in 1948. Oh, you ain't know that was in the scriptures. You didn't know that. You didn't know that. You know why you didn't know that? Because you following the ways of the heathen. Where they put in potato chips. They have no regards for that area that they put together and told you that's the land. That's where Abram dwelt. It had an altar unto the Father. The lack of disrespect. You know why they don't care? Because they know that that's not where it's at. But I just showed you how gorgeous South Africa was in the town of Mumbai, where he dwelt and had an altar for the Father. You even seen the clouds opened up. That looked like a prime example of the Father coming down. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You guys don't even know what you guys are dealing with, man. But because your heart is wicked, this is why you're unable to see. Because you so focused on wanting to be a European. This is why you're unable to see. You want to call on these deities. And you wondering why these demons is getting inside. And they don't leave, they multiply. Then the scripture says, oh, you come out one, they come back 7 times stronger. Oh, this is what they do. A lot of us got mental illness, but don't want to talk about it. We want to suppress it. A lot of these brothers, a lot of these sisters. In fact, mental illness is a high. It's in a high, I'm about to say a high demand, but it's at an all-time high within the black community. You know, black people is committing suicide now. You know, there was, and you know, I don't want to put the sister's business online, but you know, she got information that her 13-year-old nephew took it upon himself to take his own life. 13 years old. What's going on in your life that you no longer want to be here? What's going on in your life that you no longer want to be here? I know. Because the Father has not dwelled in you no more. See, when the Father leaves, he'll allow the other nations to do whatever they want to do to you. When you become a reprobate, how do you become a reprobate? You become a reprobate by following the ways of the heathens. When the Father get pissed off and he see the foolishness that you guys are doing, he lets you go. Oh, you put a no God in front of me? You put your stepdad in front of me? I'm gonna put his creation in front of you. Because yes, the devil is your stepdad. You worship and idolize and give praise, get on your knees, bow, cry, beg for Lucifer to be your savior, protection. See brothers talking about Yah, 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 Yah. All glory goes to Yah. Yah is his name. Look, Jeremiah, Yah. Ahayah. Yahawashayah. All the Yahs don't know where this comes from. You are a Hellenistic Bantu. Not a Hellenistic Jew. We all know that the Jews was the ones that were, these are the heathens, and they dwelt in those places. You are a Hellenistic Bantu. You follow the traditions of the Greeks. Oh, yeah. You kept Passover. You thought Passover was last month or this month. Hellenistic. You guys have become Hellenistic Bantus, just where the devil wants you to be. Hellenistic Bantu. And we know Bantu means people. So you have become Hellenistic people. Shame on you. And we fighting, brothers and sisters. We seeing our big brothers say Ele Ele La Sabatani. We disregard that. We see that Rachel named her son Benoni. We disregard that. We see the Father wrote in Daniel 5 verse 25. We disregard that. We see the name of Mount Sinai. We disregard that. We know that Christopher Columbus and his men and the Pope and the Spaniards spoke fluent Hebrew, but we disregard that. We know that these people have, the cause that these people, the hands that are dealt by these people has been nothing but wicked and evil, torturous, murderous upon us. Still doing it till this day. And we disregard that. We tell these brothers, please save me. Please accept me. And I saved the best for last. 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 Hold on, people. Oh, we're going to shake some heads today. Category: Black Hebrew Israelite religious leaders. These are the leaders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the founding fathers of the Hebrew Israelite movement. Let's start with the first one. You hear his name? William Sanders Crowley. Wow. Aleister Crowley. Don't you find that a coincidence? Let's click it. Oh, yeah. This is William Sanders Crowley. Was an American soldier, preacher, entrepreneur, theologian, and pastor. You got to go to theologian school. We could just look up who created the theologian. Matter of fact, let me do it. Because I don't want people to say anything. Okay. What is the theology, the science, the study of? The theology is the systematic studies of God. It derives from the Greek word theos and logos, knowledge, God, knowledge. Okay? This is what you do. Okay? Socrates. Okay? Okay? Who appeared also to have been the first to use the term theologian. Now, who is this man? Who is this man? Is he a person of color? Is he a person of color? Ancient Greek philosopher. So this is a theory man. Socrates was a great philosopher from Athens who is credited as the founder, as the founder of Western philosophy and among the first moral philosophers of the ethical traditions of thought. An enigmatic figure, Socrates authorized no text, and is known mainly through the posthumous account of classic writers, particular his students and Plato and the Exophon. Okay? Cause of death, hemlock poisoning. Manner of death, forced suicide. Oh my jeez. This is your father's. Okay, let's go back to this man. Remember when I started off with Psalms 147, verse 19, right? Remember I started it off there. Go back and read Psalms 147, verse 19. Okay? We're not going to go into none of this. We're just going to go to religious life. Okay? Crowley settled in Oklahoma after retirement from the railroad and became a deacon in the local Baptist church, right? And a active member of the Prince Hall branch of Freemason. Oh, for you can't serve two masters, for you will love one and hate the other. But if you are an active member, how are you actively teaching the truth to the people? Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. Oh, this is busting you guys' heads. Right? Let's continue. And listen, in 1893, listen, look. This is how you know. This is when you become demon possessed. I'm gonna read it to you. Today. After today, I no longer want anybody come and talk to me about this Hebrew talk. We're gonna read it today. Right? In 1893, Crowley's behavior became strange. For example, he was not always aware of people talking to him. You know, when you're not aware of people talking to you, it's because you're in a trance. Who has overtaken your body? Who has overtaken your mind? Let's continue. But would sit, look, people talking to him, but would sit staring for a long period of time. So he was getting nuts. He was being demon possessed. Could it be because of the Freemasons? He claimed, listen, he claimed to have several visions in which he was told that black people was the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. He proceeded to create the Church of God and Saints of Christ, and is regarded as the founder of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. Okay? Okay? You guys can do your own studies. This is not why I'm doing this. He had a vision, right? Let's see Frank Cherry. Frank, you didn't know you didn't know it was a group of them. Okay. Was founder and leader of one of the early Black Hebrew Israelite groups in the United States. Right? Little is known about Cherry's earlier and adult life, but we do know that he was born in southern United States. He did not go to school, but educated himself in both Hebrew and Yiddish. So he had to learn how to speak like the enemy, right? And work as a sailor, during which he claimed to have been declared a prophet. Listen, look. He was a 33-degree Scottish Rite Mason. To be a 33, you was at the top of the line. You was up there with Aleister Crowley. You was up there with Aleister Crowley. Here it comes. There it goes another one. Here comes another one. Cherry claimed to have a vision. Here's another vision, that the African Americans are the descendant of ancient Israelites during his time aboard. He then established and led a congregation in Taconicia, Tennessee in 1886, where he preached that white people were inherently evil and hated by God. He would attempt to spread this belief in Philadelphia, where he established a Church of God in 1915. Tenets of his group known as the Church of the Living God, the pillar ground of truth for all nations, including black nationalism and support for Marcus Garvey. This is why they got rid of Marcus Garvey, okay? Cherry also expound anti-Semitism, claiming the earth is square, and proceed that Jesus will return in the year 2000 to start a race war. This is where they got this understanding from. Okay? 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 You want to do the Ben? You could do Ben. This is the guy that sent everybody into into Israel. Oh, matter of fact, I meant to show you guys something. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me go on my history. So I don't gotta do all this. I want to show you guys something. This is all I do, people. This is all I do, guys. Because we need to start finding the truth and stop allowing people to be the overseers of our understanding. Study to show yourself approved unto the Father. This is it right here. Let me read this to you. Let me read this to you. Is it this one? Yep. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me find it. They gave them a specific name. I forgot to write it down. Oh, right here. Right here. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna start right here so you guys can see. Let me go all up so you guys can see. All right. Under the British mandate over Palestine, 1917, 1948. So you see it was British that was over Palestine. Okay. British was also the same people that was gonna offer these heathens a place in Kenya. These are the same people that gave you the King James Version. Let's continue. Slavery was legally abolished, but authorities did little to enforce the law. Slavery finally collapsed in the early 1950s under the political and social upheaval brought about by the War of 1948 and the establishment of the State of Israel. During a census taken in 1952, many black Bedouinists asserted their new freedom by registering as members of the Abu Bel tribe, led by Solomon Abu Baali. Who are these people? Right? The charismatic grandson of a slave who was appointed Shekai by Israel. Okay? Let's see who this person is. Look at this. Mohammed. Okay? Okay. He was born something in 1959 and August 2000. Okay. All right. I don't even want to read it because I already once I see that, I already know that this is the enemy's work. So I don't have to read it. Let me let these people say what they was calling black people.
Bedouin.
Bedouin. Okay? Let's look at what Bedouin means. Look at this. A nomadic Arab of the desert. Okay? Okay? That's what you are. You're just dirt. Okay? You're just dirt to them. Okay? Let's continue. When the Israeli government began settling the Bedouins in town during the 1970s, most black Bedouin and landless peasants saw their opportunity to become property owners and respond positively to government efforts. Today, approximately 60% of the black Bedouins above 6,000 live in three neighborhoods in the town of Rahat and the northern Neveg. As part of the general Bedouin population, which constitutes the poorest and most marginalized social group in Israel. The black Bedouins continue to suffer from high unemployment rates and poverty. Okay? Let's read. The African Hebrew Israelite community is the only group of African American Jews who immigrated as community to Israel, mostly from Chicago, Illinois, and Detroit, Michigan. The group first organized in 1963. They believe that American blacks are the true Jews, descended from the patriarchs in the lost 10 tribes who were exalted to Africa with a back to Africa vision under the spiritual leader of the charismatic young man Ben Carter, who had taken the Hebrew name Ben Amani, Ben Israel, son of my people, son of Israel. Many moved in 1967 to Libya. Beginning in 1969, members of the group, both from Libya and United States, gradually moved to Israel, which they consider parts of Africa and their true homeland, settling in small desert towns, desert towns in Damonia, Mississippi, Roman, and Arad. The community numbers today, as of today, since 1969, is about 2,500 persons and is the smallest group of the African ancestry in Israel. Come on now. Come on. Do your homework. Now, where was I? This is him. This is Ben. This is the man. Okay? This is the man. Okay? Okay? This is his teachings. Ben claimed that he and the black Hebrews from the original Libyan settlements were not Jews, but Hebrews. So now he's not a Jew, but he's a Hebrew, which is both the same thing, right? The true descendants of ancient Israel. Ben Ami originally believed that Moses and Abram were black, and that black Hebrews were the only true inheritors of Israel. While rejecting the modern religious form of both Judaism and Christianity, he maintained the divine inspiration of the Tanakh and perceived Yeshua as the one and only line of messiahs sent by God to keep people of Israel in the ways of righteousness. The core group of lifestyle is in the Tanakh. Ben Amin claimed that the law and the prophets are the light, that they are the ascendants of what is required to set man on the path and show him the way back to his maker. However, this group rejects the traditions of the Ramanic Judaism, including the Talmud, and the Talmud as an authentic to Hebrew religion. Okay? Okay? So he's rejecting it, but he's all up in their space. Let's go to this one. This guy was born in Barbados. Okay? Right? He was a musician that moved to the United States. Okay? Following Garvey's arrest and conviction, he founded the Beta B9 Israel Synagogue in a Harlem storefront and declared himself to be a rabbi. He was never recognized such by the wider Jewish community. In 1930, he and a small group of black Jews went to Ethiopia. This is the creation of this foolish nonsense, okay? Where they participated in the coronation of Emperor Haile Selassie. They created a school and acquired 800 acres of land for the purpose of uniting black Jews of the diaspora with their brothers already in Ethiopia. He died in 1935. Okay? Here's another man. Who's this guy? Look. This is an African American Orthodox rabbi, activist, and writer. He has written for the Tablet, the Caviar, the Forward, the Jewessy, and the Hebrea, and is known as writing a semi-autobiographical novel under his pen name. Come on, people. Come on, people. Here's another one. All of this is in my community. Okay? All of this. Okay? All of this. I don't even want to read no more. It just hurts my head. It just hurts my head. Caribbean immigrant to New York. Herman claimed direct Ethiopian lineage. Look, other black Hebrew Israelite religious leaders. Herman believed that the Afro-Caribbean people had an admixture with the Liberian Sephardic Jews. Herman spoke Hebrew as well as some Yiddish. Herman founded the Morris Zion's Temple in Harlem in 1921, one of the earliest black Hebrew Israelite congregations in New York City. The congregation of the Morris Zion Temple of Morris Jews in Harlem Blender believed that black people were the descendants of the biblical Israelites with aspects of traditional Judaism, elements from Christianity, as an aspect of Pan-African nationalism. Herman was a supporter of the Garveyist movement and was a member of Marcus Garvey Universe Negro Improvement Association. Herman was a Zionist. Okay? Herman was a Zionist. Okay? Okay? Know who you dealing with, right? Who supported and shared homeland for black Jews and others in Palestine. Okay? Okay? In 2016, a mural in Jerusalem was unveiled that honored this Herman. You know why they honor him? Because he was this. See, when you doing their works, you get nothing but honor. You get nothing but love. You get nothing but support. When you doing their works, your works have to come with murdering, confusion, raping, kidnap. You have to do their will in order for them to give you a level of respect. Here's a man that's from the Caribbean, came to New York, and he got his own mural in Jerusalem. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You guys don't know. You guys. Mm-hmm. He was. There was a giant that named Haya. Uh-huh. So sad I cried. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Don't cry. I hope them tears was the tear and cries of joy. Don't cry. Every time you open your eyes, is the Father having mercy upon you. You take that and you run with it. You realizing that you are a bantu, something that you take and you run with it. I just showed you how they disrespect us. Ask yourself this question, right? So Noah had 3 children. He had 3 children. Matter of fact, let me show you this map. Let me show you this map. Hold on. Let me show you this map. I'm gonna show you 2 things. I'm gonna show you 2 things. I'm gonna show you guys 2 things. I'm gonna show you guys 2 things. All right? Now, this is what people are saying that this is ours. Okay? So, all of this was ours And then when you look at what these people put together, it said underneath was the land of Esau. So are you telling me the white man is here? Because we going based on their studies. So the white man must be here. What? So Allah Muhammad, I can't even say these names. So this was the land of Esau. Has to be, huh? Has to be. Can't be nothing else. Let me see if I got this picture. Hold on. Hold on. Is this one? It's up here. Okay. So based on what they telling us, let me cut this off. Based on what they telling us, okay? This is the Great Sea. So let's see where's the Great Sea. This must be the Great Sea. It has to be here. So this must be the Great Sea. So that means here, this Jordan must be the land of Esau. You see the blasphemy that these people tell you? So this is Jerusalem, Simeon, Judah. This is them here. So over here must be Eden. Over here must be Jordan. Something is not right. Oh, and this is Palestine. Let me go back. Something is not right. Somebody is lying. See, when you start doing your own homework and you start investigating, see, they're banking on you not to investigate, right? I just wanted to show you that. Now let me show you something else. I'm gonna show you the wickedness of these people. Hold on. Okay? Let's switch it around. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all watching? Did you see? What does that say? Do you see? What does that say? Why is it a sin upon the English? Could it be because the name is dreadful amongst the heathens? Very interesting, huh? Do you see what that say? Now, I'm gonna show you how wicked they are, right? Now we're gonna flip it around from English sin to Sonini. Let's see what it says. Look. You see that? You see that? Do you see that? So when I hear brothers and sisters want to dispute and fight with me over the word, they, like the elder says, they can't give worship unto that name. It's forbidden for them to say it. That's why they refer to it and view it as sin. So then when you look it up, you're gonna see it as sin. But I can't say this. This is a bad word. You see what they doing to you? Do you see what they doing to you? Do you see how much work do they put in to make sure that you never connect with your ancestor? Never connect with your language? Never connect with your father? Do you see what they're doing? Do your homework, man. Stop waiting for people to bring you truth, man. Take what you got and take it up a notch. You have to do so. How are we going to get to the next level, people? Why are we still the tail and not the head, people? Why are we still looking for validation from the enemy, people? Why are we desiring to speak their language, people? Why are we desiring to go into their place to vacate? Go home. Touch that floor. Breathe that air. Hug your brother. Hug your sister. Let the Father dwell in you so you can heal, so you can bring back this work upon the children. We got work to do. But the only way this work is going to get done is when you guys denounce the lies. Take out this European hard drive. Remove it out your mind. Remove it out your heart. That's the only way you're going to operate with love. Because these people, Cain, Ham, they never had love in their hearts. They're soulless, and they're turning you guys into soulless beings. This is why they're telling you, put the spirit in you. Take the Father out. Put the spirit in you. Don't keep the laws. Keep the faith. All of that come together and make you into a destructive individual. And you see the outcome of it. You see our community. You see our children. You see ourselves. Black people are the laughing stock upon all people on the face of this earth. You got the truth now. You proclaiming that you got the truth. You still being laughed at. You guys are going into these congregations and you giving yourself up to these legions. And they got the things in place to keep the blindfolds on. So you can never take it off. So when you see Ele La Sabatan and you question that, say, what? What does that mean? And you wondering why we still the tail and not the head. But with that being said, people, this was fun. I told you we was gonna have a conversation. These are the conversations that needs to be had. Okay? Yes. You see it. Listen. Yes. You see it. Yeah. You see it. You see how wicked these people are? Do you see the amount of effort that they are putting in to keep you astray? They give you Josephus, who was as a known Greek Roman, a Hellenistic Jew. Let me show you what a Hellenistic Jew is. Let me show you what a Hellenistic Jew. Let me show you. Look, because I was looking it up earlier. Let me show you what a Hellenistic Jew is. Let me share my screen again. Look. What is meant by the Hellenistic Jews? Okay? Traditionally, Hellenistic Judaism was a designation for Judaism in the Greek-speaking world, including those Jews who spoke Greek and adopted to some extent a Greek way of life. It was been argued, however, that all Judaism after the conquest of Alexander was Hellenistic Judaism. Now, the question that I ask you guys, why would the Father associate hell with Jews? I'm going to tell you why. See, because the Jews are Hellenistic. They're hellbound. Hellenistic teachings. And when you black people, man, woman, child, call upon that, you are embracing yourself. You are submerging, or should I say, preparing yourself for a Hellenistic awakening. You're going to open your eyes and see yourself in the pits of hell. Because, hold on, let me show you some more. Let me show you some more. Hold on. Let me show you. Why are they called Hellenistic? I'm going to show you. I'm going to educate you. I'm going to educate you. Pay attention. Oh, yeah. The word Hellenistic comes from the root word of Helois. Helois? Which was the ancient Greek Gentiles, heathens, Luciferians, Cain, Ham. Ancient Greek word for Greece. The Hellenistic age was the time when the Greek culture was pure and unaffected by other cultures. Okay? What made let's go down. What makes something Hellenistic? Listen. The term of Hellenistic refers to the expansion of Greek influence and the dissemination of ideas following the death of Alexander. The Hellenistic of the world with the Cone Greek as a common language. You see this? It says Greek influence. So take the word Greek out and replace it with Gentile. That has Gentile influence. Because you know the Greeks ain't children of Akobi. So Gentile influence. So let me tell you how you guys have become Hellenistic individuals. See, you follow the traditions of man. You follow the feasts according to man. So by default, only means you are a Hellenistic individual, no matter what it is. If you partake in Christmas, you Hellenistic. Easter, you Hellenistic. If you do Passover in March, the same time that in March or April, the same time that they do the actual Easter, Hellenistic. If you do the New Year's according to the seasons of the locations of them and not the locations of the Father, you Hellenistic. If you speak Hebrew and you call on these gods, it makes you Hellenistic. And when you become Hellenistic, so you're telling yourself, you're telling the Father that you are hellbound. And you are content with being hellbound. So the Father then say to himself, no problem. You want to be Hellenistic? So then the people that you follow and you imitate, I'm going to allow them to be your overseer. They are your overseers in religion. They are your overseers at your job. They are your overseers of your health. They are the overseers of your medication. They are your overseers of everything. Black people have you have no overseer. Listen, give birth right now. They are the overseers of your child. I work for ACS. I'm telling you, I know what they do. Go against their rules and regulations. They'll be at your front door. And if you really want to act up, they'll come there with the police. Kick the door down, arrest you, and take your child and put them in the system without your consent. Tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. See, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know what's going on. See, when you give yourself up, you know that song, and I give myself away. See, when you give yourself up, you can't give yourself up when the Father already gave himself into you. So when you give yourself up, you're saying, forget Father. I want to go follow whatever Paul just told me to do. I'm going to give myself up to these spirits. I'm going to give myself up to the Holy Spirit. But nobody don't put these things into perspective. You know why? Because you're not doing your homework. You're waiting for people to bring forth false doctrine. Praise the Father that I'm not here to do that. Praise the Father that we're going to go through these studies together. I could have easily put up a PowerPoint and said, look, that how many times you have gotten that over the years? And where has it gotten you? I want to show you that I'm gonna do the studies just like you are. I'm gonna show you how easy it is for you when you really just put your time and effort into finding the truth, how the Father's gonna unveil it right before your eyes. Sister says she almost cried when she found out that the name of Ahia was for the giant God. And sis, please send me that information too. Send it to my IG. Repent underscore R underscore die underscore podcast #1. Send it to me if you got IG. If not, I'll send you a direct message directly, and I'll provide you with my intel, and you can send it to me through there. But send that to me, please. See, it's time for brothers and sisters to start waking up. It's time to brothers and sisters we realize that we've been deceived. We've been lied to. And I didn't even go into the maps, into the locations. You know why? Because I leave that for the elder. That's his calling. I'm not gonna step on my elder's foot. That's his calling. My job is to give you the basics, to show you that it's right in front of you, that you can retrieve it as long as you do the study to show yourself approved. Don't study to show yourself approved unto man. Don't try to go seek wisdom and information to find a rebuttal to the things that me, elders, or anybody that's bringing forth this truth. Do your homework to have a level of satisfaction from the Father. Let the Father smile at you and say, you know what, I'm going to give you an extra 10 years of life. I'll give you an extra 20. Matter of fact, I'll keep you alive until I pull up. Don't you want that? Brothers and sisters want to dispute and argue and not realize that you are given unto your hands of your enemy. And our big brother said, you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So if you are in your hand of your enemies, and they are your captors, your captivitors, they're the ones that are capitalizing off your demise. They're the ones that's keeping the shackles on your neck. What makes you think they're going to provide you with truth to set you free? Because they gave you a book? Listen. They had to give you a new version of this. Because when they took the original of this, they had to rewrite it. They said, you know what? Let's look. A new translation. So these things are going to always come. A new translation is going to always come. I got another book where they said verbatim in the index, in the introduction, that says, hold on, I'm gonna find it. I don't think it's in this book. That they said that they revived the writings to justify their stance and their beliefs. So when they put Israel there, it's not for you. It's for their belief. It's for them to show the world that they are the overseers of the book. They are the chosen people. This is what they're doing. And when you're fighting them for something they created, they laugh at you. I tell a brother, yo, you a Bantu. You the people. I told a brother, he told me his father is from Nigeria. I say, my man, I'm saying, you from Nigeria and you over here trying to talk this Hebrew? You serious? This is how far gone we have. So he's from Nigeria. So what? You believe in that? That's the land of Ham? Oh, so wait, that's the land of Ham, and you dispersed from Israel, came there. So that justify why you're not Ham, because because Josephus told you that. I can't make this stuff up. And you wondering why we still the tail and not the head. Why can't we get ahead? Why are we still stagnant? What's holding us? Is it the faith? Oh, you think all you gotta do is have faith, believe in Jesus Christ, keep the commandments to what they tell you to keep and how to keep it, and everything's gonna be all right. And when you go into chastisement, it's because you are his son and he chastised those he loved. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. You don't want to be saved. You don't want to be free. You want to be accepted. You want to be accepted by the Europeans. Oh, no. You want the Europeans to accept you as a superpower. You don't want the Father to ordain and give you your power. You want them to say, all right, yeah, you good. All right, you could come to the UN table with us. You want that. You want to be a part of the Psalms 83. I mean, you say that you saying what I'm saying is not true, but when I see you preach the word, I see you condemning brothers and sisters. So you want to be acknowledged and accepted. You want to sit at the dinner table with the enemy and look at all the other dudes that's outside, the ones that's walking in darkness. The only way you're going to shed the light and accept them into your fold is when they submit unto your teachings. Then they're your brother. Then they're your sister. But if they're not obliged by that, they're your enemy. Meanwhile, we all came here off a ship. But I'll leave it as that. You guys take it, you guys take it. Ah, man. You guys take it as you want, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we all gonna have to stand before the Father, and we gotta be judged for what we do. What do you want to be judged by? You want to be judged as a Hellenistic? You want to be judged and remembered as a Hellenistic Jew? Or you want to be remembered as a Bantu? Oh, excuse me. You want to be remembered as a Hellenistic Bantu, because even the Jews don't accept you as a Jew. You want to be respected as a Hellenistic Bantu. No problem. I mean, when Moses drew the line, you had those that wanted to be Hellenistic Bantus, and you had those that wanted to actually be a Bantu. The ones that actually feared and was like, listen, whatever you do, whatever you say, Moses, that he told you to, we gonna do. And then we had those that said, no, we want a golden calf, and we're gonna dance, we're gonna party, we're gonna walk around butt naked, we just gonna have orgies. This is what we're gonna do. It's time to celebrate. What you celebrating? How you celebrating you walking in a goddamn wilderness? The heck you celebrating? Don't that sound like modern day? Don't that sound like some modern day niggas? What you celebrating? How are we celebrating? We want to go party and chill and party and BS. We want to do all of that. Meanwhile, we in captivity. Meanwhile, these police is on every corner. Meanwhile, there's rules and regulations put into place to keep you in a state of oppression. and you want to party, right? This is why the line is being drawn. This is why a lot of brothers and sisters' souls is going to be destroyed because you want to be a Hellenistic Bantu. You want to be a Hebrew Israelite. You want to call on these fallen deities, the Yah, Yahweh, Yahushuas, your Hukakas, the Yah all over. Give your son these Hebrew names. I wanted to name my son a Hebrew name. Praise the Father for this awakening. It would have been over. You can't take that back. But like the elder says, take back what's yours, man. Take back what's yours. Take back your book. Where's my scripture at? Where's my Bible at? Where's my Bible? Where is my Bible? Well, when I find it, oh, it's over there. I ain't gonna get up. Take back what's yours. Oh, it's right in front of me. Look at me tweaking. Take back your book, man. To understand this, the first thing you gotta do is remove the Europeanism. Remove all the lies. If you need help at understanding the lies, we sit down and we communicate and we build. I'm not here to debate. I see a lot of brothers that's in this truth that want to debate. They go into that prove all things. My man, there's nothing to prove. The only thing that you need to know is that you've been lied to. The only thing that you need to know is the leaders of this whole Hebrew Israelite was Freemasons, 33-degree Masons. You can't serve two masters. What are we reading two different books? This is why you're teaching. This is why the name calling is Luciferian. Because your forefathers of your so-called religion are Luciferians. Come on. William Sanders Crowley, people. And you're fighting it. Brothers is coming into this fold, seeing it. Shout out to the brothers that's tuning in and be like, yeah, bro, I can see it. Fight, yeah, you fighting that spirit. I get it. Fight it. Fight it off. Rebuke it. Don't say no names when you pray. Just say Father. Let Sonini let that name make his way into your heart. You don't got to rush into it. I know it's a hard pill to swallow. When I heard it for the first time, I said, what? Sonini? But I let it. I just let the Father work. I said, Father, if this is what you want me to do, if this is the truth, guide me. Show me. I was able to sit down and see Genesis chapter 32 for what it is. And if you don't know, go watch the video. Who changed Jacob's name to Israel? Look it up. It's there. And if it be the Father's will to be the first of many. And I told you guys, moving forward, I'm not going to even waste my time going back and forth and, trying to be, I want to say try because I was, belittling and offending these so-called brothers that's in these Hebrew Israelite organizations. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm gonna do this? I'm gonna do this for the Bantu princess. I'm gonna do this for the Zionists. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for the sisters. I'm gonna do that for the brothers. I'm gonna do that to those that really want the truth. So I'm gonna keep the fire burning. So when you ever have that doubt, when you ever feel like you losing confidence, not faith, you losing confidence of whatever's going on, I'm here to reassure you that we are in this together. So if you down, I'm down. If you up, I'm up. If you win, I'm winning. If you sinning, then I'm sinning because I'm not helping you get out of that sin. Ooh. The scriptures tell you, if you see somebody sinning, you don't tell them about that sin and you don't correct it, that same sin falls on you. Why? They're not teaching you this. You know why? Because they taking the word, they want to be the overseers. They want to be the superior when it comes to this. I want to show you that I know more precepts than you. You think precepts is going to get you into the kingdom? You think because you know every single precept to man, you think that's going to get you in? You really think so? So you think the works that you're supposed to do in Revelations 20 and 12. You think the works that you were supposed to do was to know all the precepts and to condemn people for them not knowing the precepts, or use the precepts to belittle and suck people in? To take them to take financial or to gain financial resources from these people? You think that's what you is gonna be? Where's plan B, sir? But I digress. I love you guys. Like I said, you know. Of course you can. Of course they was always mean to you. You're not allowed to speak. You forgot? You're not allowed to talk. Especially females. Yeah. And that's another thing. Brothers want to speak Hebrew. And like I told the brother, I said, yo, my man, all right, check this out, right? So you from Africa, your father's from Africa, and we left Israel and came into Africa. So why did not the African language, the Hebrew language, make its way into Africa? Why there's no Hebrew dialect or Hebrew insertion into the African speech? No response. Because again, that's a language that was created by the enemy. That's the devil's tongue. Let me tell you, let me break this down. Like I told the brother. And then I'm gonna leave. I promise, guys. I know. When I'm in the spirit, I zone out. Lucifer, you know how Africa, they got many different dialects, right? Lucifer got his own particular dialects, right? So Lucifer's tongue is Latin and Hebrew. Let me say that again. Lucifer's tongue is Latin and Hebrew. Now I'm going to tell you the difference. See, when it comes to authority and conviction and power, they speak in Hebrew. When it comes to lust, sex, and pleasure, they speak in Latin. Why you think when they speak to you, the Latin girl be like, oh, papi. You be like, oh, girl, what you just said? That sounds sexy. It's a sexual language. It's the lust language. That's why black men lust over Spanish women, because of that dialect, of that tongue. Could be fat as day. She get over that phone, she talk that, she talk that, yeah. You like, whoi, who that? What you said? I said, oh, papi, te quiero taco bello, no. You know, I can't speak it. Man them open up. You get lustful. Like a spirit comes inside of you where you just want to just make love. That's why you see it's a lot of high femininity in the Latin culture. A lot of it. A lot. And when you want to speak with authority, conviction, and power, you speak Hebrew. Know the difference. Time for you to wake up. Look it up. If I'm lying, look it up. Look it up. It's there. Do your homework. That's why your overseers, that's why your murderers, your captivators, they spoke in Latin, Hebrew, German, English. They never spoke easy closer. They can't speak that language. They're probably speaking it now because they've been there for so long, hijacking, being in the Holy Land, turning that place into a land of defilement, because that's where all the gold and money and riches is at. Yeah. Yeah. They know these things. They know these things, people. I'm not lying to you. lusty. Oh, papi, usted bien? What you said, girl? That sounded sexy. What you said? Tell me that again. Say that again. Say that again. You ever seen Friday when Craig was, Ice Cube was on the couch and he was like, and she was like, say something to me in Spanish. And she was like, no, 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 no. And then he respond back in Spanish. And then when he was laying on the couch after smoking weed, she was talking something in Spanish. And he said, you heard a El Negro? Well, this is El Negro. He's like, come over here, let me tap that ass. Come on, people. Come on, man. It's called the love language. I'm telling you. Lust. You guys don't know what you're dealing with. You guys do not understand. It's there for you. You have to identify, you have to seek the Father. The Father does not answer no call in these languages. The Father does not answer no call in Hebrew. So whenever you speak Hebrew, you call it on the Hebrew and all that, just know you're giving reference and honor to Lucifer and the 200,000 fallen angels that came down. And I digress. And yes, Hebrew, you spit on people. My throat hurt just now just doing that. When I speak Creole, like Kijonye Sapase, you could hear, you see how smooth that sound? Kijonye wa pose, we might pose. That sounds the same way as the brothers and sisters that speak Isi Closer, that speak in West Africa. Smooth. We are the salt of the earth, not the destruction of the earth. But I'll leave it as that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep, when I was in sin, I used it too. We speak in LA, yeah. Yeah. It's all we need to hear. You go to a black man speak Spanish. Oh, yo, listen, and this is for me, this is my testimony. When I used to, you know what I'm saying? When I used to see dark-skinned girls and they speak Spanish, that drum was a turn on. I'm like, damn, girl, you speak Spanish? Ooh, I'm about to give you something. That was my mentality. Because you get sucked in. Even when they mad at you and they arguing with you and they talking in Spanish, you find it attractive. You be like, what you said? Like, we talking so fast, girl. You need to calm down. You sound like only the men that understand that, fight back and argue. But us, we be like, man, girl, when you relax, holler at me. You sound sexy, girl. But oh man, well, praise the Father, man. It was good. Continue supporting. It's the Repent or Die podcast. I will be coming on later. I won't be going live. It'll be a recording, and I'll have it up on the podcast platform. And I don't know what the title may be, but just know it'll be up Monday morning. So when you driving to work or whatever, you can hear my voice or you can see my face, however you want it. How do you want it? You gonna get it. You feel me? But it's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live. And yeah, it's the spirit of Jezebel. I'm telling you. Hey, Jezebel probably was a Latin. Who knows? Who knows? But the Father will unveil everything. As time progresses, He's gonna start unveiling things to us. Just like He give me info, I give it on to you. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the Latin, that's the sexual language, But yeah, continue supporting. I came to you guys live. For those that don't know, I am Mr. Keep My Foot on you heathens, you he-gros, and the newly installed Heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time for the one time. Hold on. Which one is it? And I'ma holler at y'all.